and go on.
From Dragon Ball Z, and you're listening to the Monsters with Attitude podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, embrace the attitude! Yeah!
Hi, this is Alan Henry. I play King Kong and Sky King in the Monsterverse, and you're listening to the Monsters with Attitude podcast. So, like, comment, and subscribe, and remember, embrace the attitude, yeah!
Hi there, I'm David Fielding, and I played the original Zordon in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Alpha, Rita and Lord Zed have returned. Their attack on Angel Grove is imminent. We must summon the greatest fighting force the world has ever seen. Call the Monsters with Attitude. The only way to defeat them is by subscribing to all their social medias. May the power protect you. And if all else fails, embrace the attitude.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Monsters with Attitude. And this is kind of a new show we're kind of starting up and everything. We kind of did one a few maybe months ago or so where we just kind of came on and kind of just shot the shit and everything. And we might do this a little bit more frequently and everything where we're going to do Let's Talk Raw, you know, where we're talking about all things news, announcements, releases about Godzilla. Maybe there's some anime, maybe there's wrestling, maybe there's whatever we want to talk about. We're going to just start chatting it up here with people that are like-minded like us, or just people that are in our groups and everything. And honestly, to kind of kick off this show, we have a special guest, as you guys can see, somebody who's not normally a part of this group, but he is honestly one that is welcome here anytime. And he always has a invitation for whenever he wants to come on here. He is welcome. Our very good friend, Leslie P. Chambers from Collect All Monsters. Leslie, thank you for joining us and talking up some Godzilla and other stuff.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. I feel like John Cena, who, when he went into the ECW locker room that time, I feel like carrying the belt and just walking, you know, through the rabid fans. You're like, da, 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 da. Nah, man, seriously. I love you guys. I know I give and talk a lot of shit, but, you know, it's coming from a place of love.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So thank you for the invitation. We do appreciate it. I'm looking forward to talk about stuff that's going to make us broke. That's always great to talk about, you know. So, but seriously, thank you for having me on. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and like I said, we're just gonna kind of chop it up here. We're all just kind of throw some different maybe news items that we have heard recently within maybe the last month, maybe the last week, the last day, whatever. We're just gonna throw stuff on the table here, and we're just gonna talk about everything and kind of get it out there, because we don't always get to talk face to face, because we all, you know, we live in different states and everything. We're all, you know, way far away. We can't just go to each other's houses and everything. So this is the best form of way to, you know, interact with each other and everything. Really get our thoughts and what we think about things and what we would maybe change about things or whatever in total, honestly. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna do this a little bit more, and we're happy that Leslie's here. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff kind of going on here. We got Godzilla Day coming up within a couple weeks, honestly. And then obviously we just had Comic-Con that is ending today, this last weekend. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of stuff that's been announced from there, especially from X Plus / Star Ace, with some new releases coming up and everything that we're really excited about. Other companies, likewise, like Mondo has some stuff coming out. Super 7 has stuff coming out. I mean, we have new announcements for comic books, you know, new issues coming out and everything like that, or extended series kind of going to be happening. So yeah, lots of great stuff. So yeah, just that's what we're going to do here and everything. And we're going to try to do this a little more frequently and everything. But I think first, I think we should probably tackle is New York Comic Con. Obviously, like I stated, X Plus and Star Ace kind of released some stuff about what they unveiled, especially Star Ace. They are responsible for doing the 30 centimeter line of Godzilla X Kong and Godzilla versus Kong. And we got the first kind of look of Mechagodzilla We got a look of Mothra from 2024, and then we got Godzilla. We got Kong with the Beast Glove and everything. So I just kind of want to go around the room and kind of just start talking about what are your guys' opinions, what your thoughts on what they look like. Do they live up to your expectations? Should they change some things? And are you going to buy them or aren't you going to buy them and stuff like that? And Leslie, I'm going to let you go first since you're our guest and everything. And these other two schmucks can just sit there and just kind of look ugly, but you're gonna go first, so yeah, take it away, man.
Joe don't look ugly.
I will have you say not one, not two, but 3 people in the comments said my new look is sexy, so suck it, Eric.
Yeah, Joe, you do got that sexy library look going on. Want to check out a book? You want to check out a book?
Yeah, there you
go. Oh, I just lost a lung. Oh my god. Let's see. From Comic Con. Yeah, the Star Age stuff looks really interesting. Let's start with Mothra. Oh god. Truth be told, I've never been a big fan of that design of Mothra for the MonsterVerse. Godzilla, yes. Rodan, yes. King Ghidorah, yes. Mecha Godzilla, we'll get to him. But Mothra, I've never really been a huge fan of her, from her design, from the MonsterVerse. I mean, I got the Devil Reel. It just depends, because my biggest gripe with this Mothra is like, you have those giant wings and that toothpick body. That is like, that's an eyesore for me. Now, I know traditionally Mothra does have the bigger wings, but at least the body is sizable, that you can buy into the fact that that body, even though it's smaller than the wings, can support these wings or those wings. In this Mothra's case, I'm afraid if I look at it wrong, she's going to just come falling down. So I don't know about her. However, the two to the left and to the right of her, I'm definitely going to get, especially Kong, because I'm a huge Kong fan, and it does have the Power Glove, which looks absolutely great. I kind of wish it came with the axe too, because there were some times where he had both. But beggars can't be choosers, I guess. So the sculpt looks cool. Not the best that they have done, as far as X Plus, but I'm still going to get it because, again, the Power Glove and the Kong thing. Now, Mecha Godzilla, like I said during our prep, I have not said the kindest things about that Mecha Godzilla, and I still stand by it. I still wish they could have done something better with him in terms of design. I praise and love his performance. I love how brutal he was. I love the concept of him being possessed by Ghidorah. I love all that. Just the design kind of falls flat, but I never said I hated it. So I do want a representation of him in my collection, and I don't want to buy the what's that one? That giant statue one? Is that from Prime 1 or something like that?
Yeah, Prime 1.
Yeah, I'm not paying a house note for that crap. But I will pay maybe $250, $300 for this Mecha Godzilla here, and I can't wait to see it painted. I hope it does come with a light up, because it deserves a light up. Now you're probably wondering, because Godzilla's going to come at some point. Not really feeling the 2024 Godzilla Evolve design if they do go in that direction, because they got the Kong for 2024. If they do make the 2021 30cm for Godzilla, I may go after that to complete the trifecta, maybe. But it just depends. But between these three, definitely Kong and Mecha Godzilla are coming to me at some point. So that's just me.
All right. Joe, what do you think of this?
Well, I mimic a lot of what Leslie has said. I am going to get all 3 of these just for the representation factor in my collection, even outside I shouldn't even really say the representation thing, because I'm an anything and everything collector. But representation is important though, especially when there are things that we don't really have a lot of representation, or we're getting the first time, to where it's like, okay, Super Godzilla, for example, by Bandai, is it the best quality? Is it going to be the best looking? No, it's not going to compare to an X Plus or a Prime 1 or something of that nature, but just to have it, I'm going to have it. And that's kind of how I feel about these. Everybody knows I'm not the hugest fan of Kong, but the MonsterVerse Kong is my favorite Kong. So I will definitely be getting
Hmm.
Beast Glove Kong. I do think I've seen the complaints and whatnot about his head being too big, and it does seem like almost similar to Spiral's Godzilla 84/85, where it just seemed like that head was, a couple centimeters too big, and it was like almost meant to be for a larger version, and they didn't scale it right. So that is my one nitpick on uh, the Kong. Adrian, I don't know what the hell you're trying to do. The the Mothra, I agree. I think her body's really kind of small for such big wings and stuff. I don't hate her redesign though. I just wish it was maybe tweaked a little bit to where she didn't look so frail. Because sometimes I feel like if she's gonna flap her own wings hard enough, she's gonna crack herself in two.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So that's kind of, I definitely think her body should be bigger. And as far as Mechagodzilla, honestly, it's a must buy for me. I actually like the 2021 Mechagodzilla redesign. To me, they took. I can see aspects of all three Toho Mechagodzillas, the Showa, the Heisei, and the Millennium, and I can see where they, took them and kind of combined them all into its own thing, and I really kind of like that. Is it my favorite Mechagodzilla? No, probably not. But I definitely don't hate it, and so it'll be a for sure buy for me. So yeah. And then and like Leslie said, I'm sure there's going to be more down the road, like whether it's the 21 or evolved and things of that nature, which will be for sure buys as well. Me personally, my fingers are crossed for a Tiamat. That's she's one that I really really want from Star Ace, because was it Spiral that did the Shota proto of one, but it was probably going to be $5,000 or something.
Yeah.
Not spending that kind of money. So Tiamat's definitely a fingers crossed for me. Warbat, that would be really cool.
Yes.
Scar
Yeah.
King would be cool.
Scar King, Shimo,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. And a skull crawler. Like we've had several skull crawlers, and Muto. Really, we've had several Mutos and skull crawlers, but we've never really. Well, I mean, I guess we got the Spiral Muto,
Yeah.
but still, that was $600. And so yeah, I don't know. There's a lot from the MonsterVerse that I'm excited that they could do. So yeah, I'll quit rambling. They will all be purchased by me. I think they all look really good so far. I like their redesigns. There's definitely some nitpicks, but I will definitely be getting them.
Yeah, absolutely. Adrian, what about you? What do you think?
So honestly, I completely agree with Joe and Leslie. But the Martha is way too frail. I feel like I need kitty gloves to mess with her, and I don't have kitty gloves. I'm sorry, she's gonna break in my possession. I love the Kong, because with Kong I love him to have more of a ferocious look to him, and this Kong definitely gives me that vibe where he's ready to kick some ass. And I'm excited for that Kong.
Mhm.
And even though Mechagodzilla is probably my least favorite design, I'm probably gonna get it because this pose actually does look really cool, and I'm kind of excited to see it painted and everything too. And I agree, this Mechagodzilla definitely does deserve a light up, especially for the functions we got in the movie, which is the only time light ups are acceptable. So I'm definitely gonna get Kong. Probably gonna get Mechagodzilla. Mothra though, I'm good on Mothra.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, I hate this Mechagodzilla design. Like,
Because you're stupid.
passion, it's stupid. It's ugly. If anybody has like the art of Godzilla or Godzilla versus Kong, if you had the art of and you saw all the other possibilities that they could have
Yes.
done, and they picked this piece of shit.
You
I'm
better
sorry,
preach.
but like they went wrong.
You
Like,
better
they,
preach.
they picked the wrong iteration, the wrong
Hold on.
Mechagodzilla when there could have been something else, and this is what we got. And I'm sorry, if you like it, that's fine, Joe. You like what you like. I'm not saying that you're less of a fan because you like it. Me personally, in my opinion, they picked the wrong representation of Mechagodzilla to unveil in the MonsterVerse, and this sucked. Yeah. Come on, Leslie, whip it out. Come on.
I'm about to
Come
right
on,
now.
Come on now.
Oh,
Yeah, let's
God.
show the people what they missed. What could have been.
We could have got this.
Right?
We could have got
ferocious that
something.
thing looked.
Hold on. There's more
God
in
damn
here.
it, legendary.
Oh, God. Where is it? There's more in
I'm
here.
sorry, like I
Where is
just
it?
don't understand why they went with this look. And maybe it was a Toho thing. I'm not sure. But man alive.
I think they asked Stevie Wonder. That's what I think.
Right, yeah.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Absolutely. Now I
We
get
all
it.
know
Like,
that
he
Stevie
was,
Wonder can really see.
Let's see.
and I get it. Like I get that
I still
Mechagodzilla
like it.
was ferocious in it and everything like that. And you know, he did kick Godzilla's ass and everything, and we, you know, kind of can agree on that, even though, you know, Godzilla was pretty powered down and everything. But honestly, like it was, I don't like that look of him. I will still get it because I need that representation in my collection. I do. I need something, and I love that it's 30 centimeters. I actually do like the pose and the sculpt. It looks good. It's not like the Prime one where he's like crunched and hunched over and he just looks like he's waking up from a nap kind of thing. I was like, I would never pay $2,000 on that kind of look for a figure and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
no.
the Mothra I will get also, just again for the representation, everything. I do like that her stand is the Sphinx from Egypt and everything as the base. I do like that. It's not just your boring run-of-the-mill kind of just stand with nothing there. They actually did a nice base to it. So I do like that. And I do like that they are bringing her in the 30 centimeter scale, because we all thought, you know, they had Godzilla, they had Rodan, they had King Ghidorah, they've done Kong, but that was the one kaiju that they didn't do in like the big four that got 25 centimeter release, and we just got nothing. So I'm glad that they're doing it in the 30. Maybe they can do 25 later. That's fine. I won't get it. But I'm happy that it's getting the 30 centimeter. And then Kong, I understand the Kong gripes. I understand the face is a little off, you know, and everything, but overall he looks good. I'm going to get him. He looks great with the beast glove and everything like that. And I'm definitely going to get that one. But I also am wondering, I got a question for all of you too. I want to know what you would want as the Rick exclusive for each figure. What do you want to see for that extra little thing to spice it up?
Oh, that's easy.
Okay, Joe, you go first then.
All right. The Kong with the beast glove should have like the tooth, the decayed tooth or something. That would be cool. Or even like the silver tooth. Mothra, that Mothra actually looked like was that the colors of GXK or was it the colors of King of the Monsters?
GXK.
So to me, the Rick should just be the King of the Monsters version,
like the bluish kind of look to her.
The bluish hue.
I get that.
The blue hue.
Yeah, and then Mechagodzilla, it should be the sphere. What's the thing called? The signal thing.
The brain thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Not the Argo. That's the ship. What's the sonar thing? I can't think of its name.
Yeah, no, I'm blinking too.
What the Orca? The Orca.
The
There you
Orca.
go.
Thank you. Yeah.
Orca.
The Orca
Gotcha.
in the beginning, where technically it's Mechagodzilla's eye. That.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm, that'd be cool. Or for Mechagodzilla, it should be the Mega Skullcrawler that he kills.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right, Adrian, what do you think? What do you think it should do?
So I'm actually
you
going to go
can't
look
say
at
mine. You have to come up with different.
Well, I'm not.
I'm just
So actually, for Mega Godzilla, I would have a Skull King Ghidorah. That would
that'd
be
be
dope.
cool.
Yep.
That would be
That'd be
dope.
cool.
Would have been mine.
That'd be cool.
Mothra. I think you can probably put a little Gia with Mothra. I think just to kind of represent that scene. And for Kong, probably the ship that he used in that movie. I forgot the name of the ship in that movie, but that'd be kind of cool for him to have.
The Heave?
Is it another Heave? I thought they named it something different.
No, it's. Oh, you're talking about where it delivered the Beast Glove? Are you ever talking?
Yeah.
The thing that Trapper flew. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember that the name of that vehicle.
Yeah, me either.
I don't know. Okay. All right, Leslie.
Different.
Let's see, Mothra. I don't care. I think we saw it. Did we see it? I mean, we don't know for sure, but that Egyptian pyramid thing that she's on top of, that might be the Rick. Again, I don't care. Mechagodzilla, it should definitely be a light up, like the red eyes and the red. Also, it should be on the dorsal plates too. Like, don't cheap out on the light up. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna charge us like an extra $100 for the Rick. Go all out with it. Make the eyes red. Make the dorsal plates red, and blah blah blah. That's what I would do.
And pulsating.
Yeah, well, Eric. I mean, not Eric, but Adrian. Come on now. I mean, we ain't trying to spend $500 for that thing. Come on. One light up, we're good. We ain't trying to pay. Don't forget, it is still a Monster vs. Mechagodzilla. I mean, polishing the turbo won't make it a Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? So let's not. You know what I'm saying? I apologize for nothing, ladies and gentlemen. But Kong, again, I said it earlier. It should be either come with the axe, or I'm surprised somebody mentioned this thus far, a mini Suko.
Ooh, I didn't think about Suko.
Okay.
Yeah, mini Suko. That's it.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It should be a size accurate Suko to Kong, so then that way when they release the actual standalone of Suko, they can size it up a little bit.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I dig it. Mine, I mean, Adrian, you kind of took mine for Mechagodzilla. Obviously, the light up is kind of probably what we're gonna get. Hopefully they can light up like the mouth too, along with the eyes and the dorsals and stuff like that. But yeah, Skullcrawler would be great, obviously, because that's kind of how we got our first introduction with Mechagodzilla. But Mothra, yeah, I could see maybe. Oh man, maybe an egg that they kind of had where she kind of came out of it and everything. Maybe they have an egg for her. Obviously, a Gia would be fine, but that kind of goes with Kong too. Obviously, the axe would be great for the extra of Kong. But yeah, Suko would be great too. I mean, all of your guys' basically opinions were spot on. Like, I would be happy with any of those, honestly, as long as it's an extra and not a light up. But obviously, a light up, I understand for mechs and everything. That's kind of a guarantee that you're going to get a light up kind of thing. So,
that's true. Yeah.
But also too with X Plus and everything, they actually revealed a new line that they're going to be releasing.
Yay!
Yeah.
More money to dish out. Yay!
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. More money. So I just kind of want to talk about that a little bit. What do you guys think this line is, and what do you think it's going to be about? Like, what is the purpose of this? Like, what are we trying to do here with this? Is this like 6-inch, 7-inch kind of like realistic figures of what we're getting, or like what do we think this is?
The reason for this line is to make more collectibles and make them more money.
Yeah.
Ain't falling for it either.
What's the? Do we have a name for it? The line?
I think it's called Toho Kaiju
yeah.
Wars. Toho Kaiju
Yep.
Wars.
Toho Kaiju Wars series.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear about that. Oh.
And we don't know anything else about it.
The way
Nope,
the sculpts look,
Yeah.
look, I would venture to guess they're gonna go into the realistic Sofubi route. That's the way I look at it.
Oh.
What do I wish we had pictures because I haven't seen this. So
Now, the only one that looks
Let
interesting.
me,
There's the only one that looks interesting because there's a 54, there's a 62, there's a 64. The only one that looks mildly interesting, there's a maquette of the 54 that depicts him holding that woman from that old photograph back in the day.
Yep.
That's the only one from that only line that actually looks interesting to me. I'm not going to get it, but I look at that, I'm like, oh, that's really cool because taken from something that we already know about that we've never seen before, honestly. Because we've seen the train biter, we've seen the suit accurate 54, we've seen the Sakai, gigantic, small, whatever. But I don't recall seeing a collectible where he's actually holding the woman. So that's actually pretty cool. Still ain't gonna get it, but still it's pretty cool. That one right there.
Yeah, that one.
On screen here. So this is kind of what it is. So we got they call it Crocodile version 2, along with obviously the 54 that we got from the suit. Here's another picture. Another picture of the 54. Here's another version of possible maquette. I'm not really sure what this one is.
It looks super.
I would assume a cat.
Yeah, it's another 54. Will you tell them to stop talking?
It kind of reminds me of the James Groman, just more suit accurate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that face right there looks like Groman to me, right there.
Yeah, it just says Godzilla 54. That's it. No price, no release date kind of thing. Here's a 62. That's suit accurate.
Don't know about the face though. That face
looks it looks like the 25 centimeter, honestly.
Look like Kong already punched him. That's how that face looks.
And then we have two 64s right here.
Now that one to the left, that kind of reminds me of the favorite sculptors line 64 to me. And the one to the right looks like more like a Sofubi style.
Yep.
But you know what? I think one of the reasons why they're probably introducing a new line because they're probably running out of ideas of monsters from their existing lines. So they're trying to bring up a new line to breathe more life into what they already have. Because on top of that, aside from that, they're doing just repainted. They're doing reissues of different paint schemes, like the 62 Godzilla, the 25 centimeter that has the Imperial paint job, which looks cool. It does look cool. But I just think like they're really, if you really think about it, S Plus has really have done a good majority of all the Godzilla monsters. That's just only a handful they have not done yet. Mecha King Ghidorah, Rose Biollante. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but 91 King Ghidorah, you know what I'm saying? But Mecha Gearus, you know. But they have not, or at least a good majority of the monsters from Final Wars, and but everything else they've already done is already represented in one of their lines. So I just think this is them just trying to just get more money out of people. Nice try.
I mean,
ain't falling for it.
It's true, but it's like they still have so much to do with some of these lines that they actually need to bring them out. But like I don't know why they don't focus on like actually completing those lines before doing other ones. It's like we don't want that stuff. Like we don't want. I mean, they've tried this before too. We've gotten other releases where they're like 4-inch, 5-inch little guys and everything, where they tried to kickstart those, but they never took off. I don't think they ever made a lot of money and everything for them. Obviously, the Defos. I mean, I think they make pretty good money on those. Those are always a hot commodity kind of thing. But I just wish they would focus on the ones that they haven't released yet, get those all done, and then maybe go to something else. Like I want to complete my lineup of 30 centimeters of everything.
Right. For example, if you pose a question, let me pose a question to y'all. Yeah. What is that one monster they have not done that you want to see done?
Oh
boy! I mean, of course, Mega King will do on Mega Gearus for sure.
You can only pick one.
I do what I want, Eric.
Only one?
I mean, in 30, should need a King Caesar still. Still need a King Caesar.
We have a King Caesar. What's one
In
that they've
25,
never...
not
Who
in
cares?
30.
They've done it. So
Never
that means
done.
they've done it. Which ones have they never done?
And it could be alternate versions of monsters that we already have. Like, for example, a flying destroyer. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or how about the Imposter 74 Godzilla? That's never been done by them.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Cybot, but how about the Imposter?
Mm-hmm.
You do need an imposter.
Let's go.
My money's for Grand King Ghidorah.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yes.
Oh, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Honest, I mean, yeah, and we could talk about the Mothra. I mean, yeah, the Mothra series isn't the greatest thing, but like the kaiju in there are great. Like Dagarla, like give us a Dagarla. Like
Who?
Bandai Premium did it and everything, and that's great. Like it's literally like a 25 centimeter figure, but it's not technically X plus. So
Who's the Garla?
the green water guy in number 2.
Oh, and the second one. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that one yet. So can't wait for it. As you can see, look at my face. Can't wait to see it. So yeah.
What about you, Jordan? What do you think?
Well, first and foremost, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
you were down a
so-
tunnel though.
With a godlike echo.
Tunnel.
How about now?
Same
Same.
thing.
Just
Same.
quieter.
You sound like God right now. Tell me, how have I sinned? Tell me, how have I sinned?
How about, is it still the same thing?
Yep.
Yes,
Same
Jesus.
thing.
Yes, Jesus.
Now there's somebody. Now we can't hear you at all.
Now we can't hear you. It's like Jesus. Like, I know you're there, but I can't hear you. Now I got an echo.
Yeah, I know. There's echoes everywhere.
Yes, echoes
Somebody
everywhere. Oh.
And now it's gone because he's gone. Imagine that.
Now because he gone. Fix your shit, Jordan. Fix your shit.
Oh my God. Nathaniel Plummer said King Kong 86. What a
He would never let
shocker.
up on this.
Color me surprised that he said Kong 86.
As long as not Lady Kong showing what she. Never mind. Never mind.
You might have like an X-rated type version of that shit.
Nope, you're
Right.
causing us an echo, Jordan.
You're still echoing us. See, that goes away when you go away.
Eric, did you pick one? Did you pick one?
Honestly, I will go. As much as I don't like this movie, and you know this, Leslie, but I'll actually take a Megaguirus. I want actually Black Dragon just brought out a kit.
Yes.
And it's so good, dude. If I could have that in my
you want to touch
collection,
yourself. Woo!
yeah, exactly. Like that's the shit I want. Like something like that looks incredible. Give me that. Give me that.
How about a Rodan 65 from Monster Zero? We haven't got one from him.
You know, I'm going to say another one, and this is going to be a great segue into our show next week. What about an Orochi?
I know where you're going.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah.
What about Orochi, the 8-headed dragon, or Itsunugani, or the fire demon? You know, we haven't gotten anybody from
Any of those.
From Yamato Takeru.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That would be amazing.
True. Yeah.
I mean, they've done a huge kit. Black Dragon actually did it, and it's like 3-4 feet long.
It's massive,
and it's like $5,000. Like it's ridiculous. Look it up online and everything. It's crazy, but it's amazing looking, and I would die for that. But I mean, who has the room for something like that? Honestly,
Exactly. You know what? I throw one else out there, and it's based off. It's a sculpt from the guy that just passed away, Marase. Rest in peace.
Oh.
It's not Godzilla, and I love the movie anyway. Yongari.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's give us some more of this obscure
We got
Kaiju.
Gappa. We got Gappa. So
Mhm.
why
Yep.
not Yongari? Or what y'all say? Yongari or Yongari? What y'all say?
Young Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
young
don't-
Gary.
Either or.
Just don't say
Young-
reptilian because that shit sucks. Okay. And to think that movie was made in response to the '98 Godzilla,
Jesus Christ.
which shows yes, people drugs do exist. Don't do them.
That movie's
Still
terrible.
echoing. You're still echoing. Yeah, and that's why I was talking about. I'm trying to get iterations of everything. Like I got the Gorgo from a Titanic creation. I got the Galala from X Plus. I got the Pulgasari from Mondo. I got the Mogera 57 from X Plus. That kind of stuff I'm really looking for. Give me that stuff that we have like no representations of or very, very little, and give me the bigger representations of them. And that's the kind of stuff that I'm gonna eat up. I mean, day and night.
That's true.
So
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, who else? Anybody else got something they want to talk about?
Well, I mean, talking about New York Comic, there is something I want to talk about, but I'm going to save it till the end because I'm pretty sure it flew under everyone's radar, which is actually I'm pretty excited for it though.
Okay. All right.
But the Mondo Aztec King Ghidorah finally saw the painted. That looks fantastic. That's an absolute must buy. It'll go with the two Aztec Godzillas that I have now.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Leslie? What do you think of that one? Like, does that tempt you in any way?
Oh man. God. I'm sorry. I have to just got some bad news and I hate to bring the show down, but can we take a moment of silence for a few seconds?
Yeah. So
Marcellus just messaged me. Robert Trott just died. The model kit guy from our community.
Robert Torch?
Yeah. He died. He died. So
do we know what happened?
I don't know. I just got the message from Marcellus, so I just we ain't got to really go into it, but I just want to just mention it. We all know him in the group, especially if you're a model kit guy, He was a good guy, just say a prayer for his family, for his friends who loved him, like myself, and Eric knows. I know all of you know him, at least I've heard of him. But Robert Trott, apparently he passed away, so rest in peace.
Wow, yeah.
So.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Crazy.
But kind of hard to come back from that. But the Aztec King Ghidorah, you know me, I'm a huge King Ghidorah fan. I just can't bring myself to get it because again, it is really, really cool. I'm not gonna sit here and blast it and and do my normal shtick. I think it does look really, really cool. It does look really, really cool, but again, it doesn't really do anything for me that I want to have it in my collection. It's very unique. And as a King Ghidorah fan, you think I would get it, but I don't know. I don't have any other Mondo Godzillas like in this style. I didn't get the Aztec Godzilla, so I probably won't get this one. But it does look good. It is a piece of art. It's a masterpiece, but it just doesn't speak to me from a collectible standpoint. So it does look great though.
Nice. Anybody else getting this?
Do I sound better?
Yes.
I mean, for you.
How about now?
Yes. You sound better.
Yes.
Okay. I don't even know where to start.
Start with King Ghidorah. It's right in front of you.
All right. Yeah, because that's my video. So
it is.
Yeah. Such good quality from such a crappy phone. But no, this absolutely. I think Eric, you already know this. I commented and I said this is definitely going to be displayed somewhere in the living room, right on top of the coffee table. And the first person, of course, that had a comment about it was Michelle. Tell me, and I quote, "Hell no." That was until we actually saw it in person. This thing is unrealistically massive. It's a beautiful piece of artwork. I didn't even think that Jesse Hernandez was going to be going outside of just doing Godzilla. Um, so again, seeing this in hand, and then I love the color choice for it. Is it's definitely an eye catcher, and it has convinced me to go ahead and grab a hold on it without a doubt.
How much it cost? Do you know?
No,
Yeah.
they did not announce that yet.
What design is this? Is this what design is this from? Is this the MonsterVerse one, or is it a classic one? Like, which one do you think it's based off of?
I think it's more of like the Heisei Ghidorah.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, being that it's, I mean, obviously it's the most advertisable Ghidorah that we have, and the most memorable at that as well. Uh, yeah, it's beautiful. Urban Aztec, another grand slam with this. It's my God. Words can't. I'm telling you right now, words cannot describe how amazing this is.
Nice. Adrian, are you getting this?
I'm not, because I mean, same as us. I don't have the Aztec Godzilla to go with it, and it does look cool, but this not my wheelhouse, honestly.
All right. And that's okay. It's not. I mean, it's not for everybody, or maybe just people can't financially do it. And everything. I would say honestly, this thing is probably going to be like 250. It'll probably be around the same ballpark as the Mondo Groman when it came out. That was at 250. So I would say this one will be at 250, maybe even more. But I would say that they're going to probably try to keep this as cheap as possible, because once that price tag starts going up, loses a lot of buyers, honestly, just because they just can't afford it and stuff. But cool, kind of fun tip though, that actually Hector, who's actually responsible for this paint job, I saw on his personal post that this wasn't actually ready for the show, and so he brought this to Comic-Con. And all the pieces, mind you, that were over 100 pieces to put this guy together, he individually painted them all in his hotel room and then brought it down to the floor on Saturday.
Oh my God.
So this is all hand painted by Hector, which is, God, kudos to him, man. Like all of these pieces, I mean, it looks fantastic. It looks like it's factory painted, honestly, but like, he's like, yep, I needed to get it out, and I wanted to get it out, and he was like, yep, I'm just gonna sit down in my hotel room and paint all this and get it out. So
not bad. Awesome. Not bad at all.
So, all right, who else has any other news they want to talk about?
I have some.
Yeah, okay, go
not
ahead.
Not necessarily Comic-Con news, but
okay,
I know Samson will be happy about this one, obviously.
Who cares?
So finally, in the 25 centimeter line, we have the 1974 Godzilla.
Oh, snap.
I know a lot of people have really been waiting for this bad boy. And honestly, it looks damn good. Samson made a blasphemous statement that it looks better than the FSL. I'm not going to go that far, but this does look pretty damn good.
I would go that far.
Yeah, I would absolutely go that far.
And that's no shade to MMA. That's no shade to Monster Maker 28, because their sculpts are 99.9% out of the time they're flawless. But whenever you can trump them, you're doing something right. And this one, in my opinion, captures the suit a little bit better than the 30 centimeter. But I'm not gonna sit here and dog it. I'm not gonna sit here and dog it and then eventually get it like Samson does, because that's just hypocritical. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that. somebody had to say it. Somebody had to get it out there because he does do that, doesn't he? I watch the show.
Absolutely.
I see him. He'll sit there. He'll dog it. He'll dog it to pieces. But then eventually he'll come out and say, "Well, I end up getting it anyway." Blah, 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 blah. Hypocrite. Hypocrite.
He's done that quite often, Leslie. So good job calling him.
Oh yeah, I know he does. He did it with the 25 centimeter 72 Godzilla and Gigan set.
Yep.
He did it with the Famous Gold's Line 74. So yeah, he has that Eric Henry mentality, and you will get that reference if you know what I'm talking about.
Yep, exactly.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you say thank you, Adrian. If you know, you know.
I will say though, like when he got the 30 centimeter 74, he made a few, like, I guess you could call them modifications to it. All he really did was he superheated the mouth, and he opened up the mouth for the 30 centimeter. And honestly, that makes it look more accurate than actually the closed mouth, which kudos to him. Like, I agree with that. But yeah, this actual sculpt is, I hate to say it because I love Monster Maker so much. But yeah, this one kind of embodies 74 a lot more accurate. Now, mind you, the Monster Maker was, I mean, God, what came out in 15 years ago, maybe? So like it was something probably like one of his earlier kind of attempts at it and everything. So
he did too.
Yeah, he did too. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first one was
yeah. And I guarantee you, if he were to attack it again, because I mean, we've seen what he did with 75 last year or the year before. If he were to come back and do 74 again, I guarantee you he would nail it on the head.
I know, but for right now, this takes it. You know what? I came this close.
I agree.
I came this close of selling my 25 centimeter King Caesar, and I have the ears of the statue. I came this close of selling it. I was like, you know what? That's just God talking to me. It's like, no, keep it. We're good. We're good. So yeah. All I know is that one and the 25 centimeter -1 comes out in January of next year. So already next year we're gonna be broke. So you know what I'm saying? Oh boy.
Who's getting this? Who's getting this guy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Leslie's a game.
Oh yeah.
I'm passing on it. I love the way it looks, but I'm passing on it.
Damn it.
Jordan?
Do I have an echo again by any chance?
No.
No, you sound good. You sound sexy.
Good.
All right, I appreciate that, Leslie. God bless you, brother.
No, God bless you for being here.
So this is definitely going to be a most definitely cop. It's going to look beautiful next to King Caesar. So, yeah, I can't wait.
Okay, Joe, is this should we even ask?
What's the Rick feature?
Different arms.
Yeah, swappable arms.
Stupid.
I know.
So that
is stupid.
On screen is
you missed it, Eric. Eric, you missed it. I said that's stupid. I already pre-ordered it.
Oh.
I already knew what the Rick was because I already.
Okay. I was like, oh, okay. Well. I will be passing on this because I don't do 25 anymore. So
really.
Yep, I don't. I only have I have probably a handful left of 25 centimeters, and that's it. Everything else is 30 and above. So.
You know what? You say that now, but once you see somebody get in person, you're gonna be right on by you.
You just might be right because it looks. But well, no, I won't say that. I'll say that I'm going to get another 74 that was just released. Yep, thank you, Adrian. Thank you.
This motherfucker here.
I think I'm gonna get this one instead, honestly, just because.
Wait a minute. You choosing this one over the one we just saw?
Why not both? Like a real collector, Eric.
No, I can't do both.
So you choosing a moped over a Tesla? Okay, I got you. Okay.
I mean, have you seen new Teslas, Leslie? Come on now.
They're cool.
Nah, I'm pulling that.
God bless you, Eric.
Oh. I love this. I love that they have these really cool extras to it with obviously the breath. They have the power lines coming. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Right? Oh, even hands. I didn't even see the hands.
This is what I'll be getting this instead of 25 because I'm getting this too.
Hey, did you see Alex Sawyer comment in the comment section? He said, "When did we get a 3rd centimeter 73? Throw it up."
Oh my god!
When you get the money with your broke ass, so yeah. When you get the money, you ain't got no money, so shut up. He is going to Japan in a couple of weeks, so I got to give him a round of applause for that.
Oh yeah,
that's dope.
That'll be a lot of fun. Bucket list trip for sure for me.
Oh, going next year, baby. Going next year.
Oh man,
I'll send pictures
happy for you.
Absolutely. I may not even come back. You never know. So you know.
Gonna buy that visa right when you're over there.
Oh man, sure. I might just go over there and just be so fascinated with the culture. It's like, you know what? I don't want to go back. I mean, because I've heard so many great stories from people like Kyle and AJ and say it's just the culture. And that's the thing about being a Godzilla fan. Is like now that I'm an adult, I want to know more about them as a people. Them as a culture. Godzilla, I mean, it's going to be a part of the trip, but it's not the primary focus why my wife and I are going. I want to know about, you know, how they do things, their games, their culture, their history. And if I happen to run into Godzilla related, I'm sure I will. So be it. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'll let you know how it is for sure. So
yeah, I'm the same. Like I am very interested in their traditions, how they go about their life. You know, what's different from what we do to what they do. They just seem so. I mean, so much. Let's face it, cleaner and more polite as people and stuff like that. It's just I would just love to experience that a way of life compared to what we do over here in the States and everything like that. It's just and then the history upon all of their stuff. It's just, it's really intriguing to me. So yeah, I'm happy for you, and also at the same time jealous because I would that is a dream trip for me, honestly, and it's been since I was a young kid. So
you know what? That's one of the reasons why that I'm kind of glad that my collection is kind of where it is right now because it's so low on space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can devote that money towards this trip. You know what I'm saying? So everything kind of worked out because at some point we're all going to get there. We're all going to get to, I'm sure some folks are there now that you want to get everything, but you can't. Or sometimes things change in your life and, you know, things shift as far as your focus. Like you're still going to be a fan. Like that's never going to change. But there's going to come a time where you're going to want to do more and you want to experience more. And Japan is one of those things I've always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, because I've been real selective and choosy with what I want to get, that frees up money to do what I want to do over there. So, but at the end of the day, you know, we're just here to have fun and just enjoy each other's company and enjoy each other's different perspectives and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it is what it is. What, Japan women are really nice and cute.
Daniel.
I'm married, so I can't comment on that one. But yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. It'd be awesome.
But yeah, you surprised me, Erica. I thought for sure you're gonna get that 25-74, but I understand, you know, you're gonna get the other one, you know, and that other one does look good, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and bash it together, but you know what? It was funny, and I missed this on your Facebook group a couple days ago. It was funny because Jordan posted the picture of, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday night, and I just saw nothing but just love and praise and boners and all the other stuff for it. Like, I love it. I can't wait to get it. Blah blah blah. Samson, you know, he was about to have an orgasm, you know, whatever. So, but then, and I had a mental picture of X Plus watching that. I was like, you know what? Hold my beer. And then, like 2 days later, they showcased that and just they watched it. X Plus know what they're doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. So, but hey, you know what? At least we're getting some proper 74s because there was a time we would get nothing involving that design of Godzilla. Absolutely nothing. Now we're getting not one but two, and we got one like late last year. So that's great. That really is great.
Absolutely.
It is a good time to be a Godzilla fan.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
It's almost too good, honestly. It's almost too good.
It's never too good. It's never too good. It's never too good.
I guess I should say that as a collector standpoint.
As a collector,
it's too good. Everything else is great. We've been clamoring for this for years. I mean, we've preached about this on our shows all the time. About what it was like, back in the day when we were kids and everything. It was the dark ages where there was nothing Godzilla whatsoever, and you had to search for the holy grail for something just to find it related to Godzilla. Now you can open your eyes and turn your head, and there's a whole row of new shit coming out and everything, and it's just it's amazing. It's amazing time for us, honestly. Collector wise, no, because we just want to get everything because we love it all and we love seeing it and everything, but we obviously realistically can't. But yeah, it is a great time to be a Godzilla fan.
But it can be overwhelming, and I've always, because I've been in the game for a while, and at this point, what I try to tell people is it's okay to collect, it's okay to be a fan, but please keep it in perspective, because there's always going to be somebody, another company, another line, another toy that's going to come out that's going to catch your attention, and you have to be real, again, strategic, because I don't want to be one of these collectors that collect everything because it has Godzilla's name on it. Then you have a whole bunch of cluttered stuff all together, and then you look at it like 6 months from now and wondering, why did you buy this and that? At that point, you're just wasting money.
That's never happened to me.
You're the exception.
Never.
You are the exception.
So you never bought something and then just regretted it at all? Like you never wondered why Are you very strategic when you buy stuff, Joe? Or you just buy everything because it has his name on it? So you buy, so you buy a thong because it had Godzilla's name on it. What you're saying?
Correct.
Get him off the screen. I'm gonna come. You know what? Switch me, Adrian. Switch me. I don't want to be near him right now. Switch me. There you go. I don't
it's
judge,
the truth, man. Like
I
love it all, and I love it all. I collect it all. I mean, I don't care if it's $1 or if it's $5,000. I've spent it all and everything in between on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, and honestly, I can appreciate, a $50 figure just as much as a $500 figure. I love it all.
That's cool. That's real cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what do y'all think about the trailer that we saw yesterday or the day before?
I thought that was great. I thought it was epic.
I do like the boss one better. The one that came out, I think, last year.
The coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that one better.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand the whole two different narrators.
In the beginning, and then like the remainder of the clip.
Yeah. I was like,
it was weird.
Why wasn't it just the same or something, or just take that out? I just didn't understand that. That was weird to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I saw that right before it got uploaded on YouTube last night when I was in the Godzilla versus New York Comic-Con panel.
Mm-hmm.
And do you guys mind if I piggyback on that a little bit?
Keep going, man.
Go for it. Keep going.
Keep going.
So when I made that comment earlier about, sorry, John, I know you hate that. I apologize.
It's okay. You've only done it about 30 times.
Debatable. So when I made that comment about it's a good time to be a Godzilla fan, I'm not even speaking so much on behalf of being a collector. I'm just saying like as the fandom itself. And yesterday was living proof of that. Because so leading up to it, there were a few things I wanted on my list. And unfortunately, I was only, and specifically, there's 3 items, all New York Comic-Con exclusive items. Unfortunately, I only was able to grab one because one of them was sold out within the first 5 minutes of the show opening. That was their biggest seller, was this specific Godzilla piece, including that of I guess, a misunderstanding because one of them was an online exclusive, but they promoted it as a New York Comic Con exclusive. So it was a huge mess with that. But on top of that, outside of that, I've never been to any of these conventions outside of G Fest and saw an ocean of people with Godzilla shirts on.
Oh wow.
And the Godzilla booth in it of itself, I don't want to, glamorize it and make it seem like it was this big thing. It was a pretty decent sized thing, but the amount of people circling around it was just unrealistic and something I would have never thought to see when I was attending New York Comic Con.
Wow.
So fast forward through that, even like certain vendors were like selling out of Godzilla stuff. And we saw a huge like amount of like Haya figures displayed. Of course, you got your Bandai's, SH Monster Arts, Trendmasters, X Plus. They were all just like selling like this. And I'm not gonna lie, there were a few vendors, I'm not gonna name them, that overpriced the hell out of these items. And the irony, I turn away from that and I look back and somebody's actually paying the money to go ahead and grab a hold onto it. And I'm like, my God. Like, of course, me being, very budget based about what I'm gonna get and being realistic about it too. I'm like, yeah, nah, good luck, fella. But just to see like somebody was just like eager to get it and want to grab a hold on it. Like for instance, right here, I caved in this beautiful piece.
Cool.
And
Business piece.
God literally picked me up and placed me to the vendor selling this because I asked him if it was available, and he goes, "Sir, literally not even 3 minutes ago, somebody asked if this figure was available, and they went and ran to whoever it was that they were going to grab money for to purchase this. But I'll give it to you since you already got the money right there and then. And it's the last one."
Oh, that poor bastard.
Oh man.
To a good home, I'll tell you that for sure. But going into this is where, for me, it solidified the world that we live in with Godzilla. So leading up to potentially meeting the director of -1, Takashi Yamazaki, they had announced registration fees to go ahead and sign up for to be able to, attend the meet and greet. They said that the link was available earlier that Saturday morning. And mind you, me and Michelle, we're going on our websites, refreshing our the link, and nothing was available. It wasn't until around 3 o'clock, if not that, maybe even like a few minutes prior to that, where the site crashed. And within short seconds after that, everything was sold out. And I'm like, sorry for my, I mean, you already know I got a potty mouth. I don't give a damn. But I'm like, what the fuck? Here I am this entire day wanting to meet Takashi Yamazaki, and it's not even my fault that I missed out on registering it. The site crashed. So I go to one of the employers, hoping that they might help out. And to quote what the employer said, so I was exactly in the booth where Takashi Yamazaki was supposed to be doing the meet and greets alongside with all the other celebrities. He was obviously, so there was a sign, due to the inconvenience of Takashi Yamazaki's registration fees, we relocated. They had to go to a whole separate building because that's how many people wanted to go see him. People were leaving the lines of celebrities that they were trying to meet, such as the actor of Loki, Ant-Man, a bunch of other voice actors, even panels. Were starting to hear the words that Takashi Yamazaki is now in the building, that they were leaving the lines, leaving the panels to attempt to go see him. And to going back to what the employer told me, he goes, in quotes, So I just want to be the first to tell you that I'm sorry that the site crashed. We underestimated the aura that this guy spills out for the community, because there was at least between 1 to 2,000 people waiting in line to see him.
Wow.
And a huge chunk of that line couldn't even see him. They had to cut it short because he had to make it for the panel. So I was like, you know what? I need to be in front of center for this, because I don't care if I don't get to see him in the meet and greet. I'll be able to get to see him in the panel regardless.
Mhm.
So I was actually in the room where the panel was going to be attended in for 3 hours. So I saw 2 panels prior to that, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna be bored out of mine, but they made a fan out of me. So I was like, okay, well, I guess these 2 panels are worth it in a sense. But fast forward through that, after the last panel prior to the Godzilla versus New York Comic Con panel, you started hearing I would assume it felt like an earthquake of people waiting outside. The rupture that was outside, you heard the doors shaking. It was insane, the amount of people and the amount of chairs that they had in there was enough to fit a good chunk of people. They had to take out chairs from all over the convention or at their disposal or at their hand to fit into the room, to add the extra amount of people that were in there. Not even, and I'm only assuming not even everybody was even able to get inside physically in that room. It would have been too claustrophobic. And that to me was going back to that quote that I said, it's a good day to be a Godzilla fan, is why I meant that specifically because of my experience. And not only that, but just to see the interactions that a lot of people had, because I'm not going to give out too much information about what was said in the panel. I mean, I guess I'll be the first to break it down, but I had recorded literally the entire interview, and that video will be uploaded later tonight here at MWA. So for anybody who didn't get the chance to see it, you guys make sure to tune in. All right, because there was a lot of neat discussions and a lot of amazing interactions between Yamazaki-san and the fans. One of them being, and I know Eric knows this, because my beloved fiance reached out to him, and this will also be showcased in the interview. We had enough time, or not even enough time, it was also to promote what it was that they were giving away, the special golden edition New York Comic Con exclusive Bandai Godzilla figure. And there was 3 lucky winners. You had to answer questions specifically from the man Yamazaki himself. So the first person, ironic enough, I had picked, because he had such a presentable smile, is none other than yours truly. And he gifted me this bad boy right here.
That's dope.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Did you threaten him?
So absolutely not. I just gave him this beautiful smile, and he is like, you know what? You. And
that's what's up, man.
It was.
Did you cry?
I'll tell you how.
Did you cry?
So in that presentation video, 7 Years of Godzilla, I did cry.
Ain't nothing wrong with
It
that.
was,
Ain't nothing wrong with
that's
that.
why. And you heard, we had this conversation yesterday when Eric uploaded the actual YouTube video onto our group. It's just, and this was all within the matter of just like being in that panel, or if not that, just leaving it. Just being a Godzilla fan, and we could all probably agree to this. We've been underneath the rock with pop culture icons such as Marvel, anime, DC, and all that for God knows how long. We would get overlooked. we'd get picked on. We were the kid that everybody avoided to hang out
The
with
redheaded
during recess.
stepchild. We were the redheaded
Absolutely.
stepchild.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
That nobody
now
wanted. That nobody wanted.
everybody looked at us like we were on crack or some shit.
Yup.
But like now,
Kiss
the
my
people,
ass.
the amount of people that I can't even tell you who try to get in contact with me from my childhood or even family members, and they would go, dude, have you seen that Godzilla -1 movie? Or even talk about the legendary Monsterverse movies. It is just like, again, if you guys don't think this is, and not just you guys, here, but anybody even watching this or would even come across this, to not think that this is not a perfect time to be a Godzilla fan, you're the one still living underneath the freaking rock. I'm sorry, because after what I saw yesterday and my experience at New York Comic Con is truly just like baffled, lost of words.
That's awesome, dude. It needs to be said also, and this may go into some difficult territory, but it's the truth. But a lot of acknowledgement and a lot of respect needs to be shown to Legendary for making that happen. If you cannot like the films, you cannot like some of the designs, you cannot like the human characters, that is fine. I'm not saying you're wrong for that. But to be that blinded by hate for the films that you don't want to acknowledge what the Monsterverse has done for Godzilla, for the fandom, has elevated his status in pop culture. If you can't acknowledge that, then there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry. That is just something wrong with you. You have to acknowledge that. You ain't got to like it, but at least acknowledge it.
It's crazy you bring that up. So when they were showcasing that 7 years of Godzilla footage, I'll cut it short really quick. When they were showcasing obviously footage of the Monsterverse, the rupture in the building was just, it was like almost as if Yamazaki-san were to introduce another special guest and it was another infamous director, or it could have been like Gareth Edwards or Michael Dougherty or whatever, and just the rupture when the people saw clips of what the Monsterverse gave us it's what you say, Leslie, is factual. There's no doubt about it.
I was shocked by that because a lot of times when we see Toho promote Godzilla, they hardly ever mention the Monsterverse. And that could be for maybe legal reasons or whatever. But when I saw that trailer yesterday and they acknowledged and shown the Monsterverse, I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. Because a lot of times they flat out ignore the Monsterverse. You would think that 2004 and Shin Godzilla were the only that nothing happened in between those two films. But it's nice that they acknowledged that in that trailer from yesterday.
I was happy to see that too. Really happy.
Well, I told this story when I went to go see GXK. I don't know, one of the times that I saw it, where there was kids getting pictures taken in front of the poster by their families, and people actually lining up to get the theater merch, and just the aura of GXK was different. I mean, it was not as big as a Marvel film for sure.
Okay, thank you. I guess,
but the aura definitely felt like that. The vibe felt like, hey, this is like a big Marvel release, or this was whatever. I mean, obviously not to the scale, but the feeling, and same thing with the -1. The amount of people that I follow on social media, whether they're celebrities or some like the news and political stuff that I follow, everybody had mentioned -1, and we're like, oh my god, it was the best film of the year, So Godzilla's definitely getting his just due.
Fine.
Well, and I saw a post the other day, and obviously we're gonna have those fans that just can't, like Leslie mentioned, acknowledge the Monsterverse for what it's done for the franchise, which boggles my mind, because and another thing that they hate is that Kong was the main person in the Monsterverse films, especially in the last two. That's fine. that is completely okay with it. I'm really not. And I'm not saying that like one is less than the other, one's greater than. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that what they're doing and giving us has added so much to the franchise and the kaiju genre as a whole, and that I just don't understand why people can't really think of the bigger picture, and they're always just focused on these little things that just ruin their day or ruin their thinking or their vision on what it is as a whole and what it's doing for us as a whole. And I still don't understand why both verses or both iterations of the character can't just
Coexist.
be together and yet coexist with each other and just be happy for what we're getting, honestly, because like I stated, we talked about earlier, why for what we had 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, nothing. Crickets. You had nothing. Everybody was clamoring. This is before the internet was even big, where you're talking to people and everything like that. Obviously, if you were a Godzilla fan, you were shunned. You were shunned. You were looked down as the weird kid that liked this radioactive lizard. You were looked at. Oh yeah, you're stupid. You're weird. It's like now we're getting all this stuff, and we have this plethora of material and new stuff coming out, and those same people that were probably fans that were like us back in the dark ages, they are now picking and doing all these things and like, hey, like I don't like this and everything, but they should change this and this is stupid and they need to get rid of the monster verse and get rid of Kong and blah blah blah, this and that, need to focus on Godzilla, whatever. Godzilla wasn't the only one that made Godzilla great. It was all the other kaiju in the franchise too. Like, I mean, let's give credit where credit's due here. And it's I just don't understand why they can't get along and understand what it's actually doing. And it boggles my mind. It really does. It's almost like they're fake fans and they only want to like certain things. And it's just like, get out of here with that shit. Like, everybody's different. You're going to like something different. That's what's great about Godzilla. There's something for everybody, honestly. To the stupid, to the weird, to the kiddish, to the serious, whatever. There's something for everybody, honestly. And people need to stop nitpicking about every little dang thing and just enjoy the time we have.
Well, to piggyback off that, Eric, it's funny, especially when you see people post things like that on social media, and there's a wide array of them. It's not just anyone in particular. Like there's several, and it's funny because they'll always be like, oh well, that's the MonsterVerse isn't the real Godzilla, and it's like, well, what do you mean the real Godzilla? Because if you want to get specific about it, 1954 and everything after, two completely different. I mean, now 84 brought it back to its roots. -1 brought it back to its roots, and there's a handful of others. But if you want to say like, oh no, Mothra versus Godzilla is the real, no, it's not. I mean, yeah, Godzilla's still a villain, but like it's not nearly as dark. Godzilla isn't nearly as destructive. He isn't the metaphor. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like any of these favorite Godzilla films that we have, unless you're talking about 54, like your argument is moot. It's a subjective opinion, like, and not that their opinion is wrong, but if you're stating it as a fact, then you are kind of wrong, because what Godzilla is the real Godzilla. I used to be friends with somebody that would say that all the time, like, oh, and he would like try to like put me down and be like, I'm a fan of the real Godzilla, and he's a Heisei fan, and it's like, well, what Godzilla is your favorite? Oh, the 73, who's the most campy, corny Godzilla ever. Well, don't get me wrong, love Megalon, but that is the furthest thing from a real life, rounded, metaphorical Godzilla. Don't sit here and shit talk me when your thing is complete. Oh, basically what you're just trying to say, or in my opinion, what these people are trying to say is, I was a fan first, so therefore I'm right, or therefore my opinion is better. And that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. And it absolutely baffles my mind that people will belittle someone's differing opinion.
It's like the majority of us have said throughout, I can only imagine, for many years. More Godzilla's good Godzilla.
Oh, the anime trilogy.
All right. All right.
Well, but at least they tried something different.
They attempted.
Yes.
They attempted.
Yeah,
not everything is going to be a winner. I mean, even 98. Like, if you would have asked me 20 years ago, I'd have been like, fuck, it sucks. It's trash. Whatever. You ask me now, I'm like, it's a fun movie. It's a great movie.
Mhm.
It's a horrible Godzilla movie, but it's a fun monster movie. You know, and I'll stand by that. Like,
look at me.
Look at me.
Look at me.
Other way. Yeah. It's so true, though.
If no one else has anything to say, there are a few other things from Comic-Con we could talk about quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
Unless everyone's wanting to wrap up and get out of here soon.
That's all on you guys.
Soonish. Well, we have a slew of new comic announcements.
Yes.
And I'm just going to rattle them off all together. I don't want to go through each one individually, but feel free to talk about one or all of them if you want. There's Godzilla Heist, which is a mini series about bank robbers that are robbing a bank during a Godzilla attack. There's Godzilla vs. America, which is a mini series where Godzilla is going to be destroying a different city in America, starting with Chicago.
Oh, really?
I don't think that's a good idea, Godzilla. Godzilla, no.
Godzilla's gonna get shot.
Not Chicago, Godzilla. I don't know about that one, bro. I've been there,
Godzilla finally met his match. It was Chirac.
Bro, not the South Side. You might want to skip that one.
The next one is a sequel. I know it's technically called Justice League First, but I will not acknowledge that. Godzilla vs. Justice League vs. Kong, which part 2, or Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong part 2. That's pretty exciting. I enjoyed the first one. It was cool to see the interactions there. Oh, there we go. So yeah, we're getting a sequel to that. And then I think the one that really kind of shocked a lot of people was Matt Frank's new adventure, which is a Mothra miniseries called Mothra Queen of the Monsters. And we're getting a new Mothra, which he has called Mothra Gemini, which is pretty cool. And it looks like that we're getting a new kaiju in it as well. So yeah, a lot of really cool comic news coming out of Comic-Con as well.
Cool.
Are you a fan of any of the comics, Leslie? Do you read any of the comics?
Not really. It's just not my thing. I mean, I will pick up Godzilla, books. It just depends on what they are. I'm glad that they're out there. There's comic books of not only Godzilla, but they got the Power Rangers crossover. You got the Justice League crossover. They got the Versus series where you got Hedra versus Mothra, looks cool, and you got even Ultraman comics. It's just not my thing. But hey, I'm glad for those who like it. Just not for me. I've never really been a comic book guy. I've never really been somebody that collect comic books. I love Batman, I love Superman, and I love certain Avengers, but just never really been like a comic book guy.
Well, that's great that you said that you love Batman, because it's actually technically a segue or a partnership with the Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong sequel.
Yeah.
McFarlane Toys also announced that they are doing a line of toys on the Justice League vs. Godzilla, which their first one is Kong and Batman, which 2 of your favorites, Leslie. So
that's just wrong, because I love them both. And that's just, what? I'm always the one that asks them the tough questions, pick 1 out of 2 hard choices. And now this is this is karma, like a mother, you know what?
It is.
I love Kong and I love me some Batman. Oh God.
Pick. There's only one right answer.
Pick one.
Yes.
Who I want to see win. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Oh God. If it's Michael Keaton Batman, I gotta go with Michael Keaton. I love him.
Oh yes, the real Batman, baby.
The real Batman. Now,
Yes, sir.
If it's George Clooney, Kong fart on him for all I care. But Michael Keaton, I'm sorry, I love that dude so much. I don't care about Beetlejuice. Well, I do, but Michael Keaton's Batman, it has to be him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Good taste.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But yeah,
I think I'm most excited for the Mothra comic, honestly, if I'm being honest.
Really? Oh.
I think so.
What are you
yeah.
expecting out of it then? What are you expecting out of it, honestly? What do you want out of it? What do you want it to show?
I want it to be like in the vein of the Mothra trilogy, where there's kind of like well, it looks like we're going to get the priestesses. I want to see it more Mothra prophecies and Mothra's, I hope Mothra gets a couple new evolutions, like Leo, Rainbow, Eternal, things like that happened in the movies. Like, I loved that. I loved that fantasy. There was some sci-fi, but it went in a more fantastical direction, more mythical, more fantasy, more magic and spells and powers and things of that. I love that direction when it comes to Mothra. So that to me, this almost kind of seems like a Rebirth of Mothra 4 type of thing to me. So
know what?
That's what piques my interest the most about it.
You know what? He thought he was going to get away with this, but he's not. Could you pull up Samson's comment when he said, "I'm dyslexic too, Leslie"? Can you pull it up right fast? I'm sure that's in response when I said that I'm not really a comic book guy, and that's his response to me, like I'm dyslexic too. Oh, Samson, I love you. I really do. You're such an awesome person. I know this is your way of getting back at me because I go in you hard on the comment section. You know what? I'm gonna take the high road. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna screenshot this and I'm gonna print it, I'm gonna frame it, and I'm gonna send it to you. And can you do me a favor? Can you put that Burn Against Me up against your X Plus Gigantic Series collection? Oh, that's right. You don't have an X Plus Gigantic Series collection. Oh. All I know is you took a swing and you missed, buddy. Try harder, okay? Try harder, okay? I still love you, though. We're Southern boys, North Carolina and Georgia. I still love you, though. So, yeah.
That's so funny.
That is funny.
I'm waiting for the burn still, he goes. Oh my god. Does anybody else have any other news?
I mean, go ahead,
really.
Leslie.
Well, you know what? One last thing, because I have to get ready for work. I have to go to work in like maybe 5 hours. But let me just say this. For one, I appreciate everything that you do, everything that y'all do here on NWA. Eric, Joe, Adrian, Jordan, Oscar, Samson, everything that y'all do, from the interviews, from the unboxings, y'all do provide a great service. And there are a lot of times where I'm actually in the chat, but I can't really comment because I'm driving. Because for some reason, y'all choose to do your unboxings like early in the evenings, and some folks still work past 5 o'clock. Didn't know y'all know that, but I'm sitting there like, don't y'all work? But seriously, y'all are such great human beings, and y'all are great examples why the fandom is what it is. Because like what Jordan said earlier, for the longest time, our fandom or at least as Godzilla fans, we've been mocked and ridiculed and looked upon as less than because we didn't love Superman or Batman or Iron Man, you know. But nowadays, superhero movies are kind of like passe. They're kind of like they kind of lost their shine. It's not like the Avengers from 2012, and it's nice to see that Godzilla has kind of like filled that void of being like must see TV. You know, who would have thought that way back in 2014 when the MonsterVerse started? And since then, we got Shin, we got the anime interpretations, we got a Godzilla film that actually won an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought that we would have come full circle of being like the it thing? And I know at some point it's not going to last forever, because I always feel like Godzilla, he's good when he comes in for a few years, do a few movies, and then go away. Because as a saying goes, how can we miss you if we don't go away? But there's a small caveat to that, because Godzilla has never been more popular than he is right now. So in that regard, I would say let's just ride this wave until we can't ride it anymore. And here we are 2 weeks away from the 70th anniversary. 6 or 7 decades that this character has been around. The longest running film franchise in the history of the world. Batman can't say that. Superman can't say that. James Bond can't say that. But Godzilla can. Godzilla can. So remember, as Godzilla fans, let's just enjoy the ride and let's appreciate each other, respect each other's opinions. Let's appreciate each other, because at the end of the day, that's all we got is each other. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got. So let's just appreciate and enjoy the fun that we're going to experience for the next at least several years. Cause I don't see the hype stopping anytime soon. So let's just enjoy it. Let's just sit back and relax, not worry about petty little stuff. Let's just enjoy the fandom and each other. Cause at the end of the day, that's all we have. And that's really all we need. Can we do that?
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Word. I do have one last topic to talk about. And it'll be quick, I promise. I think this flew underneath the radar a little bit. About a week ago, the Hollywood Reporter announced that Henry Cavill signed on for a live action Voltron movie, which really made me
see that.
excited. And I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I'm a fan of Voltron, so I'm excited to see that. I think that's, I know it's not Toku, but it's anime
around the realm.
Yeah, around the realm.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I'm excited, man. I love Henry Cavill. I loved him as Superman. Loved him in what was the movie? Immortals was really good. So I'm excited.
What they did with The Witcher, he was so good in The Witcher, and what they did to that whole like franchise on Netflix, it breaks my heart, because he had to leave because they handled that property so crappy, and he was like, nope, I don't want to be a part of it, and I'm out. And I refused. Yeah.
Okay, because I thought I heard somebody say that it was like a scheduling thing, but he left because of the story.
Yep. And he didn't like the way it was going. They weren't handling it correctly. He tried to put his input in, and because he's a big fan of it and everything, he is a big nerd like all of us. He is into a lot of this stuff.
I've heard that.
He's a big fan of Warhammer 40,000 too.
Yep.
Wow.
Exactly. And it's like, to hear that from like a Hollywood actor is great. It's awesome. It's like, so when that happens, like I lose respect for that company or that movie company, production, whatever you want to call it, because they don't want to listen to somebody who is well versed in that kind of stuff and knows what they're talking about. He's read the books, he's done research, like just listen to the guy and everything, and they didn't want to. And I refused to watch the last season because he's not in it, which sucks, because it is a great series. It was amazing. He did an amazing role. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Henry Cavill. Everything he does, it's just amazing. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm not the biggest Voltron fan, but I will definitely go and watch it just because of him, honestly, because I'm a big fan of his. So yeah, I mean, I'm all for it and everything like that. And yeah, I'm down. So
he's the voice that the fans need.
Yeah,
he is.
I just worry, Hollywood has a tendency, especially in recent memory, to make shitty stuff. I'll put it that way. So I'm really hoping that it's not, I'm just hoping that it's not trash.
Right.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody gets it.
That's one more thing we got to talk about for 2 seconds before we get up out of here.
Yeah.
Jordan, how about that trailer where the GMK Ghidorah actually kicked some ass? How about that trailer
we didn't
got?
talk about that.
And that small mini dwarf King Caesar in it.
Oh, listen, I don't know what's going to happen other than I know Ghidorah's going to whoop some ass, specifically the GMK Ghidorah.
Damn time.
But listen, I've mentioned this to Eric, I mentioned it to Joe and Adrian. If the King Caesar roar is just used for like stock roar to like throw into Godzilla, I will grab my laptop and smash it up against my knee. Because there's no way, and you could tell me if I'm wrong about this, Leslie.
I'm moving away from you. Hold on.
It's 50. Wait. Come back here. So it's 50 years of Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a few years prior to that, we've gotten a crap ton of merchandises from that of Hedorah, Gigan, Jaguar, Megalon. Could you sit here with the utmost confidence and say that you've seen a lot of King Caesar merch released this year?
No, and that's disappointing. He's almost gotten no love this year. That fool couldn't even get a freaking logo.
I was just gonna say no logo.
That is wrong. King Ghidorah got one. I know Mechagodzilla got one. Understandable, but King Caesar is like a cult favorite. He's like Hedra, and even Hedra got a logo. God, really?
He's still getting love. He's still getting a lot of figures released now. So if the least they can do is throw him in this short Toku film,
which one though? Which one? The original or Final Wars? Because the Final Wars Godzilla's in this trailer. Which one?
I don't care which one. I just want to see King Caesar. My needs will be fulfilled.
As long as I'm doing no damn soccer match, that's all I care about. I want to see some ass.
Oh Lord, please no.
I want to see some ass whooped. I want to see him outbox Ghidorah like Mike Tyson in his prime.
Right.
Oh, there's so much I want to see in this.
But I think if I'm sure we'll get a King Caesar live action from that short. I think Gemstone's gonna fight Mechagodzilla. I think that's gonna be the.
That's what I've been saying too. If we get a gemstone,
if we get a gemstone,
I want to bring real quick. I know we keep there's a lot of stuff we want to keep talking about here. Just one quick more thing. So I did hear that there is going to be no gemstone short this year.
Really?
What?
Yeah. So it has been leaked online that Toho's schedule for Godzilla Day has been revealed, and there is no gemstone on that schedule whatsoever.
Oh, well, damn. We're still gonna be happy regardless, so it don't matter at this point.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
I think we might get a new film announcement. I think we're gonna get the next film announcement. I think so.
I think so too. I do.
Really quick, I know we've been kind of distracted with closing the show, but to Takashi Yamazaki in the panel, this is all I'm gonna close it off with. There was so obviously these are questions that are being approved by a much more hierarchy to ask Takashi Yamazaki, and not a single one of them was in regards to a potential sequel. So literally as we're leaving the panel, Takashi Yamazaki actually took like a nice, like little cool group photo of everybody in the background and stuff like that. We're like, Gojira! And so at the end, you hear somebody yelling before he leaves off. He goes, so what's the news with the sequel? Are we going to get a sequel? And he's like,
he wouldn't even say anything.
So I'm going to close it with that. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. I apologize for showing up late. Like I mentioned before, the interview with Takashi Yamazaki at New York Comic Con will be uploaded here in MWA. Hence the reason why I was a few minutes late, because I've been editing it. So yeah.
All right. Yeah. Before we keep going and stuff like that, we'll just have to put a kibosh on this because, like Leslie said, he's got to go and everything. He's still got to work. But thank you, Leslie, for taking the time to discuss this stuff with us.
Yes.
Like I said, you are always welcome here. You are a good friend to all of us and everything. You're a great guy, and we love having you here with us all the time. And yeah, thank you for all the support, all the love you always show us and everything. We really, really do appreciate it. There's always the 6th spot open for you just whenever the occasion arises and everything. It's always open. Just throwing it out there. That's why the 6th spot is open. Just whenever the day comes, it's there. It's warm. It's waiting for you. So just to know that. So, but
thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate
thank you
that.
For everything, dude.
I love you, dudes. I really do. Thank you.
Love you too, Leslie.
Love you too, Leslie.
But so does anybody want to do any last minute sign offs? Anything? Anybody want to say anything? Promote anything? Leslie, I'll let you go first, and then we'll kind of have our closing comments.
Oh, the only thing I can really plug is that our next Collect All Monsters episode would normally be like the middle of the month in November, but we're gonna actually push it up a week. So it's gonna be like the week of Godzilla Day, because Godzilla Day is on a Sunday. Sunday, I believe. So I think that our next episode will be the weekend following that. Probably I think the 8th or the 9th, 1 to 2. So we can get the jump on the news and the fallout from Godzilla Day, because a lot of stuff is going to be going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a hot time in our fandom. You know what I'm saying? So so please check that out. Still going to do some supplemental stuff. Like I still want to do a King Ghidorah anniversary discussion. And just a few other things I can't think off the top of my head, but and again, you'll see me back up here on NWA. If not, you will definitely see me in the comment section just tearing folks a new one, because why not, right? Why not, right? So
exactly.
But yeah, that's all I got. But again, thank you, all of you, for allowing me to come back. Really appreciate it. And you'll see me again. You see me again.
All right, Jordan, Adrian, Joe. You guys got anything? Last parting words?
Are we signing off?
As in like, like we're ending the show.
Or I mean, you're going. Are you plugging stuff, or do you need me to do it?
Yes, but I would like you guys to plug anything if you would like to.
Well, no. If you're going to talk about Godzilla Day, then no, I don't think there's anything. Though I will say this: next week we are talking about Yamato Takeru, aka Orochi the Eight-Headed Dragon, which will be next Saturday.
Cool.
Next Saturday, at I don't know, 4, 5, or 6 p.m. We haven't decided yet. So. We will let you know then.
I never seen that movie before.
It's honestly it's really good.
So good.
No, yes,
it's so good.
It's like Japan's version of like, I don't know, Lord of the Rings, or like,
or could you say Japan's version of the Never-Ending Story in that type of realm?
Yeah. It's like a fantasy adventure.
Didn't he inspire King Ghidorah? Didn't he inspire King Ghidorah? Didn't he come before Ghidorah?
Orochi did come before Ghidorah, yeah, because he's
he's an old
Japanese mythology.
Yep. I thought I heard that. I thought that he inspired Ghidorah. So
yeah.
So that alone,
it's literally like a samurai film mixed with a giant monster film mixed with like a never-ending story,
like
Lord
Damagen.
of the Rings-ish,
like Damagen, right? Like Damagen, a little bit
more fantastic,
more fantasy.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm already peaked.
Very, very, very Heisei. It was made in '94, so it's very Heisei feel to it and everything like that. So yeah, if you love Heisei, that is the film for you. Honestly, it's a great.
Okay. I'll tune in as always.
Absolutely. So if anybody has nothing else,
I got one more, Eric.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So, of course, Samson's talking to Leslie, but I'm talking to everybody in the chat. If you haven't joined our Twitch yet, we are almost at 50 followers. We can hit affiliate. I'm guessing this next weekend, Samson and Eric won't be getting into Gears of War, but they'll definitely be hopping back into that. Of course, eventually we'll hop back into Halo 4 because I mean we do like stuff more than Godzilla. And of course, Mondays Samson usually does play some Godzilla Unleashed for us. So if you haven't joined our Twitch, go ahead and do so.
Man, take his ass to work. Do something. Jesus Christ. Make money. How about that? How about make some money? How about that?
Oh gosh. All right, so our big thing coming up actually on Godzilla Day, Sunday, November 3rd at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, and 12 p.m. Pacific. We are having Super Godzilla Day where we are going to be talking about all things Godzilla Day, talking about the new discussions, the toys, the shorts. We are doing giveaways. We're going to have special guests on, and it's going to be our super long show like we did last year and everything like that. So please tune in. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, be a member of our Facebook group, and you are automatically qualified to be in the giveaways. We have plenty of giveaways. I had just posted a picture of one of the giveaways, which is going to be the Ichiban Godzilla Evolved. That is one of the giveaways, and we have other prize packages coming for you guys, so please tune in for that. Yeah, lots of great stuff. It's going to be amazing, and like I said, special guests, which I will be revealing soon. They are big guests, and I'm really excited. Hopefully, we can get some more people on. Just waiting back for some
Eric, I think you
head
should
counts and everything.
Announce one now. We have a pretty good.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah,
okay,
and we just gained another viewer just now too.
Okay, so yeah, so right here, right now, we are going to announce one of the guests that is going to be joining us. It is none other than a very good friend of us, especially a few of us personally and stuff like that. We have hung out with him before and everything. We are going to be the man responsible for bringing life to Scar King and Kong in the Monsterverse. Alan Henry will be joining us live for that stream. He will be there for the whole time if he wants to, but yeah, he's gonna be there chopping it up with us about all things Godzilla and anything else that's going on there. So yeah, he is super excited to be there. So cannot wait to stray the view. Yeah. So yeah,
you hear that, buddy?
His daddy's gonna be there.
You're gonna be on the show with your little cute ass. You're gonna be on the show. Look at you. You're gonna be on the show.
Yes, he will be there. He will be there. So yeah, tune in and yeah, you guys can ask him questions and everything, and he was just be part of our group and everything, talking and all Godzilla stuff. So yeah, and more guests to come and everything like that. So be sure to stay tuned and watch our show be added into the giveaways, and let's just talk Godzilla stuff. Let's celebrate 70 years of the Big G.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's been a long time coming. We've talked about some things in this episode about what it was like in the past and everything, and what we're where we're at right now, honestly. And we're going to talk more about that kind of stuff and everything, and obviously leading up to it and stuff. So yeah, please tune in, join, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. So
word to your mother.
And again, thank you everybody for watching live. For everybody who watches this later, Leslie, again, thank you. You are the best, man. Glad you were able to do this with us and everything, and hope to see you back here soon. So
you know you will.
But with that, we will get out of here. And of course, we always have a little saying at the end here. I'll let Adrian do this one.
Of course, as always, good, bad, or everyone's opinions matters. Good, bad, or indifferent. Just remember, at the end of the day, to embrace the attitude.